right. So we're covering logical reasoning and set theory, and this is the part 2 of lesson 4. So a Venn diagram displays the results of a survey of 100 students in a high school. Okay, so there's 100, that's our universal set. The number in the universal set is 100. Regarding movies they watched in the last 2 weeks. P represents the number of students who watched Perfect Rebel. C represents the number of students who watched Chill, and D represents the number who watched Dazed. How many students watched only Perfect Rebel? So Perfect Rebel, if we want only Perfect Rebel, that means it cannot include Dazed or Chill. And so the only Perfect Rebel, I'm having a hard time saying that, would be this portion right there of the circle. So that would be 3. Okay, so 3. How many students watched Perfect Rebel? So now it's saying how many watch Perfect Rebel. That would be the whole circle if it doesn't say only. So 3 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. How many students watched Chill and Dazed? So Chill and Dazed would be the intersection, because it says and is intersection between Chill and Dazed. 6 plus 2, which is 8. How many still watched Chill or Dazed? Now that would be the union of the two. So Chill or Dazed would be all of that. So we'd have to add 68 plus 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 17, and we don't want to overlap them. So you wouldn't add the 6 and 2 more than once, you just add it once. 68 plus 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 17 is 95. Okay, so or is the union, it's like a marriage. How many students watched all 3 films? So now, that's all 3 films, would be the intersection of Chill, Dazed, and Perfect Rebel. So that would be 6. They did all 3. What does the number 2 outside the 3 circles represent? So that would represent 2 students did not watch any movies. And what does the 2 inside the circle represent? So just this portion right here, just this portion. Okay, that would be the number of students who watch Chill and Dazed, but not Perfect Chill. So excluding Perfect Chill. So 2 students watched Chill and Dazed, but not Perfect Rebel. So how you could write that in notation, I'll show you in a second, but not Perfect Rebel. So that's the number if we use, so Chill and Dazed, and looks like an upside down U, like an N, kind of. Chill and Dazed, but excluding the Perfect Rebel, which I think is symbol P, yeah. So Chill and Dazed, but not Perfect Rebel. So that's how we could write that notation. So a little bit of shading. Where would A and B be if we were to shade? So let's grab a highlighter. So A and B, the intersection of A and B, would be this portion right here. A or B is the union of A with B. So let's color this in. A and not B. So A and not B doesn't say anything about C, so we just want A and not B. A excluding B would look like that. And last, so if we just wrote A and not B, and then last is A and not B and not C. It's really saying A only. Oops. So let's just write out the notation for each one of these as well. So that would be A only. Okay, so how would I write A and B? That would be, well, it's not necessarily saying the number of, so we'll just say A and B. A or B would be the union, A or B. A and not B would look like A excluding B, A excluding B. And then A not B and not C would be A excluding B and excluding C. And next page. So one more example here. In Big Hill High School students, in Big Hill High School, there's 185 grade 12 students. So that's our universal set. We know there's a total of 185. We're surveyed to determine which soft drinks they liked to drink. Now remember with these, we always want to work from the inside of, so the intersection of all three if we can, outwards. So 25 drank all three, 52 drank root beer and Coke, 43 drank Coke and root beer. So right away they gave us 25 drank all three. They give us the intersection, and that's what we were looking for. We want to work from the inside out. 52 drank root beer and Coke. So root beer and Coke is this intersection of those two. If it's a total of 52, it would be how many? Well, 52 minus 25 gives you 27. And the first question says, Sabrina started to organize the results in a Venn diagram, starting from the inside and working outwards. She begins by placing the 25 in the center of all three circles. Explain why she placed the number 27 in the region immediately above 25. Well, if we know root beer and Coke equals 52, then really what we want is root beer and Coke only, is that little portion. So root beer and Coke only, so root beer and Coke excluding orange, which then equal to the 52 minus the 25, which equals 27. So root beer and Coke only. Use similar reasoning to place the numbers in the regions to the left and to the right. So 43 drank Coke and orange. So if we want Coke and orange only, 43 minus the 25. I'm just going to do the work down here. Equals 18. So this would be orange and Coke only. So orange and Coke excluding root beer is another way you can write orange and Coke only. Gives us 18. And then they tell us 57 drank root beer and orange. So if we want root beer and orange only, we would have the intersection of root beer and orange excluding Coke would equal to total 57 for the intersection minus 25, which gives us 32. So always work from the inside out. Continue the process until numbers have been placed in all regions inside the circle. So 92 drank root beer. So if 92 drank root beer, and I really want this section right here would be root beer only. How many people had just root beer? So root beer only how I could write that notation would be if we want the number. So root beer, excluding orange, excluding Coke. Okay, so that would be a total is 92 minus, we're going to take away the other ones in Coke. So 27, 25, and 8. Oh, sorry, we're in root beer. So 27, 25, and 32. So you might want to add those three together first and then subtract. Okay, so root beer only, we get 92 minus 84, or 8. And then it says 115 drank Coke, so how many drank Coke only? And we can write that as a number in C, excluding root beer, excluding orange. And that's going to be there, so there's a total who had 115 who had Coke, minus those who had all three, those who are root beer and orange only, sorry, Coke and orange only, and root beer and Coke only. So 18, 27, 25. Which gives us 115 minus 70, or 45. And that would be Coke only. And then the last bit, orange only. 100 drank orange, so orange only. So numbered orange excluding root beer, excluding Coke, equals, there's 100 who drank orange minus 18 plus 25 plus 32, or 100 minus 75, which is 25. There you go. Determine the sum of all the numbers inside the circle. Does it equal 185? So let's, if we add these all together, so if I add in 45 plus 27 plus 25 plus 18 plus 32 plus 8 plus 25, I get a sum of 180. Okay, that's 180. So if the sum of the union of all three, so the sum of the union of three, so we could actually write that as the number who've had orange or Coke or root beer was 180, then the complement of that, the region outside the circle, would be 5. So 5 would be placed on the outside because there's a total, we said in our universal set, of 185 grade 12 students. So 5 placed on outside. So that would be the complement of our union. Because, yeah. Determine how many students had drank Coke only. So looking at our chart, we can see Coke only is 45. Did not like to drink any of all three drinks, so that would be 5 around the outside. And then who drank Coke or root beer? Coke or root beer. So the union of Coke or root beer, we'd have to add up. Coke or root beer would then be 45 plus 27 plus 25 plus 18 plus 13 plus 8. We want to union the two circles. And when we add those all together, we get a total of 45 plus 27 plus 25 plus 18 plus 32 and plus 8 gives us 155 students. All right, and that's it. So the homework for this lesson is 1 through 9 on the attached worksheet. So it's in your notes book, and that's the homework.